All right. Well, I am excited that we're all chatting. I hope you guys are having a good week so far. I feel like it's Tuesday, but it's been a long week. So hopefully we're doing okay. We are halfway through this month. It's the 14th. So I don't know if you guys have been doing the body blocks, enjoying all the changes, like the changes that are shifting through with like the name of the body being the app and just everything cycling through. Are you guys feeling good about it? Do you have any questions or anything like you're not sure about? I know Ashley just shared in our one group that she ordered her auto ship of shakes and she got access to the super block. So that's definitely a thing. And I think I'll have to share it on the team page, but in our smaller group chat, I did share ways to earn the super block. So I can share that on Team Phoenix as well. But I feel like everything's flowing more smoothly than I anticipated it would, because I think we got ourselves kind of like overwhelmed and we weren't sure. And now it's here and we're like, oh, everything's the same, except there's just a lot more cool stuff. So I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I am enjoying it. Are you any of you doing a body block right now? Are you doing iron, Becky?
Yes,
So
I started a little bit late because all my medical stuff, but Stephen and I are doing iron and loving it. And yeah, Celia is doing amazing.
Yeah, she's doing iron too. Is anyone else trying a different one? I'm interested. I think I might do the all body next month and then see which I like better.
I did one of them in all body just to like get moving before I dove into this. What I did like about all body is those ones are shorter than the iron. So the all body was like 20 to 30 minute workouts max, and iron is like 40 to 45, which go much quicker than you'd expect, which I always love. But yeah, that's what intrigued me. And I did do one workout with, I think it was Sean T from All Body, and it was like the best thing in my entire life to wake up to that man hyping me up.
Let me just say this. Your week 2 leg day that you start with next week, Becky, you are gonna have fun. You started with Sean T, and it was a lot for a Monday morning, but it's what you need.
I agree. Thank you.
That's awesome. Yeah, the lifting days are like 45 minutes, but then the cardio core day, it was like 27 minutes. I was like, wait, I'm done. So yes, I'm excited for it all. So that is that. Other updates, just in regards to, I guess, housekeeping type things. A few of us are going on the Success Club trip in, oh my gosh, like a week and 4 days or something. Not this Saturday, next Saturday. And I just want you guys to know that it's so possible for all of you to be there as well. There should be, I haven't seen it yet, but I know there's a place to opt in.
It starts in April. I just checked. So when you guys, I'll have to check back because it's under like Beachbody Success Club trip. It'll say like April, or it'll say like 2024. You can opt into that trip as long as you hit Success Club. It's every month though, right, Abby? You have to get it, or you have to hit certain amount. I forget like how you get it.
So you get dollars towards every Success Club point that you earn each month. And some months are double dollars or double points or double dollars per point. But say, for example, you get like Success Club 10 one month and then Success Club 4 another month, like they kind of balance out. But if you on average get Success Club 6 every single month, your trip is paid for. So you can like go up 1 month, down 1 month, and like look. So
well, I'm sure we'll be sharing what we're doing while we're there. So make sure you guys all follow us. Not to
Yes.
have FOMO, but FOMO is good because that's going to light a fire under you guys to want to be there with us next year, right?
Yes. And this trip is so cool because like Summit is an annual event where you're like going to trainings and conferences and there's speakers and it's like craziness, but great. Where this is more like, hey, you did a great job. You earned a trip. You network with people, you collaborate, and you do live workouts and kind of enjoy yourself. It's more laid back.
And you have, I know like you guys went to, did you do Punta Cana last year?
Mhm.
You guys got to like talk to the super trainers. Like you don't really get that opportunity when you're at Summit because there's so many more people, but on these like Success Club trips, there's less people. And I don't feel like anyone's on our wave. So I was like, fine, we'll just hang out with all the trainers because no one's going on this wave. I feel like everyone's on the second wave, but
Really?
yeah,
Well,
nobody I know
and
is
they
on the
have
first wave.
2 resorts this year, which
Oh,
makes it
yeah.
even more weird. So-
But there's more opportunity to meet other people, connect with people, and you just have fun. And this isn't like it's a work trip, but it's not a work trip. It's a fun, like celebrating you and your business and what you did last year.
So everyone has potential to go. You can take one guest for free and it's great. So that's happening next Saturday. If you're not currently in Elevate Gym. I was like, what is the page name? If you're not currently in Elevate Gym, I believe that's the page we're going to do it on, but ask Corrine or myself or someone and we'll figure it out because when we are in Mexico, we plan to go live in that page and share all the things about coaching and kind of just share it with our current challengers. So I don't know if there's a way for me to save it if you go live on a page, but we can figure out a way maybe to share it in other places. But that's the tentative plan. Instead of a coaching event, we're going to all be together, meeting each other, some of us for the first time, and kind of share about the opportunity real time. So stay tuned for more details and we'll figure that out. But I believe we wanted to do it on a page with all of our current customers, but we'll brainstorm further if there's people who are interested. Other than that, the only other thing that I've really been looking at is our marketing calendar. And I know some of you guys may have a plan, may not. The marketing calendar that has been shared through Slay Squad and like pushed down with us has really been helping me. And I don't know how you guys feel about it, but basically week 1, you're talking about your challenge groups, you're inviting to the body block, you're really pushing those invites. Week 2, they talk about talking about the product of the month. Like this month is beach bars. Week 3, talking about the coaching / partner opportunity. And then week 4, you're back to inviting to the next challenge group / accountability group, whatever you want to call it. Something I shifted because I don't know if this will help you guys and then we'll move on, but I can't talk about a product of the month every single day for a whole week. So I decided I'm going to do product of the month and really focus in on nutrition and what I'm sharing for nutrition the second week. Because a lot of people know we do fitness. I mean, it's easier than the nutrition part. So I decided for like my own personal marketing, I'm going to dial into the nutrition, share more on that. So people understand we have that aspect and then flow into the coaching opportunity or partner opportunity. And then pretty much the same thing we've had, but I'm adding in the nutrition factor because I think we have something really special for nutrition and people don't talk about it enough. And I could go on and on about the nutrition. So if you ever need like just to talk about our programs that we have, Portion Fix, To Be Mindset, like I feel like people get the wrong idea about what it is. So if you ever need just someone to talk to and figure out like how to even explain it to people, because it should not be a restrictive diet. It should not be calorie deficient. If you're in the weight loss plan, yes, you are calorie deficient, but you should never feel like you're starving yourself. And I think people get the wrong idea about that. So I had talked to a lot of people about nutrition today. So I had to say that. do you guys have anything else exciting? Any updates? Anything else going on that you want to share?
I know in the wake up call, she really talked I don't know who listened to the wake up call. We wave our hands if we did. Just myself, Becky, maybe Abby.
I
Okay.
didn't listen yet.
Make sure you guys do that. It's always Monday mornings, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the replay. I never usually watch it like when it's on because I'm at work now. But she talked about using the Coach Product Directory, and that is like sharing your links on social media. It's basically like when you're sharing like, hey, I got this top from Target. This is the link, and you're like linking it. It's basically that's what you're doing. You're just sharing about like body and like what that's offering. I love how Abby is utilizing that graphic about the income that we can be making. I actually just screenshotted one of her posts the other day. I did something like that with Becky last week. She was doing it on Valentine's Day, and I loved how she shared. I didn't realize you could share like an entire, like, what do they call it? Body essentials pack. And I was like, that's cool. So definitely utilize those things because maybe people aren't going to come to you unless they're like white unicorns. I was telling Holly this like last week. You don't always have those people, but she was, I think she was one of those people. She like went to her coach and said, I need this. And I was like, that never happens. But people might be more prone to clicking your links and purchasing through there. And just talk about the products and what it does. Like this morning, I had one of my coworkers literally message me. She's on a trip right now about Shakeology because I posted something about like what it is and like what's in it and like how Kieran loves it and he's picky. And she is the worst eater ever, but she is stick skinny. So she like doesn't, she doesn't have like the I need to lose weight mindset. It's that she texted me and said, I didn't realize how terrible my diet was until I went on this trip. How much are those shakes? Like where can I try them? And so she knows I drink them because I talk about stuff like this at work. So I just sent her like literally the link to the sampler pack and Clean Week. So I was like, you can try the workouts too, because she has been wanting to join that too. But it's nice that we can offer like samples. I wish Energize still had those packets. I don't know why they got rid of those, but if you have extra samples, you can always give them out. But definitely utilize the links because we talk about a hair product that we like or a water bottle or an outfit. Why not share our products and our workouts? It's the same thing for your sample workouts. I always post that. I wish we had more body sample workouts though. Like that's the only thing, like we don't have a yoga one. I wish we had that. I don't even think we have one for mindset, right? The meditation. I don't think there's a sample for that either. There might be a sample for mindset, but utilize the things we have because we have all these resources. So we might as well utilize them, right? And I feel like I've been getting more feedback with my links rather than me inviting people directly. They're just clicking my link and asking about them. So
I know for me, the reason why I use the links a lot almost every day in my stories is because I personally like for the different people I follow or like Nicole, the DC, the No Shame Sales Game person. I like look at her stuff every once in a while. I would never reach out to her, but she posts the links and every once in a while I'm like, how much does that course cost? And I am that person that clicks the link without asking the physical question and reaching out to her. So like knowing me and then taking that back to your niche is your market of like you as an ideal customer and who you like are talking to in a different version of you. So like I am talking to the version of me that doesn't actually like reaching out to people, but does click the link. So like shifting it to that perspective too of like looking what attracts you as a customer.
along with like people's pain points, they always talk about pain points because you never know, like, I know she was talking about on the wake up call, I forget what she had said, but it like hit home with her. So, if like utilizing quick, efficient workouts, like Abby hit one today about, I'd have to look through your story again, but I was like, yes, I love that. I wish like your content is just so good, Abby. And I'm just like, I wish I could be so quick to do that, but I'm like trying to do this at like 6 a.m. and I'm like, my words don't come out of my mouth right. But I think you said something about like oh, you used to spend more time in the gym and now it's like 30-minute workout. And that's what I kind of touched on this morning too. I just said, like, do you have 30 minutes a day for movement? And I didn't say working out. I just said for movement. That can be walking, that could be biking, that literally could just be moving your body for your health, your heart, lowering your blood pressure, like things like that. So hitting on people's pain points. I've been talking a lot about that with body, is just talking about, like, I don't have time. Maybe you don't have money, daycare for your kids. Beach bars are big right now, obviously. And like a lot of people have been asking me about them. And it's like a snack bar. Like literally I was eating it and one of my coworkers was like, is that a Cliff Bar? And I was like, ew, no. Those have so much sugar in them. And this has protein. And it's surprisingly how much, like, you can get a good protein bar with a low amount of sugar. You know what I mean? So, and it's plant-based. You can't find those a lot either. But definitely try to gear your post towards like your pain points, like why you're doing it or why somebody else would want to do it.
I even take people's, like, if you're talking to someone and they give you a reason why, I'll turn that into like a post or a story. And I'll just be like, literally, I've never heard so many people tell me they don't have time. That's why I keep obsessing over the 5-minute fivers on body, because they could literally just do that. But yes, I think emotional connection, giving them easy access to click on the link and at least get an idea of what you're offering. At first, I didn't like the idea of it because I was like, they talked about like a while ago, it was like curiosity marketing. You don't want people to like go to the site and order, but like, I think I've gotten over that. And I realize people do want a little like idea to see if you're legit, or like, if it's like, you don't want to reach out to someone and be like, oh, what do you do? And they're like, oh, I just do this like thing through my email. Like, you know what I mean? It could be something like really not professional at all. So yes, keep sharing your stories, keep connecting with people, and people do come around. They are watching. It just takes people sometimes 10 plus times to see what you're posting to actually want to try it or ask about it or anything like that.
And I feel like this kind of leads us right into tonight's topic of the Slay Squad. I was going to say like episode, the Slay Squad group from last week that we watched about, oh, my brain is just gone right now, about sharing in different seasons of life. Thank you. And so, yeah, and showing up, whatever that looks like for you at what point of life you're at. So sharing the pain points of what you're going through. And really for me, the biggest thing that I got from it was, especially like right now, Corrine, I didn't have a baby, not having a baby. So don't identify with that part of your life, but identify with the crazy schedule. I have Bellamy, I have 3 jobs. I work my agency job, do my therapy, and then come here. So like the time management thing, I identify with your story a lot. And so it's been really hard for me juggling all of that and health issues, feeling like I'm showing up fully to this business, but knowing this, there was a graph that she showed, I think she took it from somebody else, that showing up every day looks different. Doing your best looks different every single day. And that is something that I personally can confidently say, is that I do my best every day, even though that does look differently. So when I was going through my health issues, all that was showing up was sharing a story a day, not working out, but telling people I felt like crap. But that was still me consciously working for my business and showing people that I'm around. Whereas now posting intentionally, doing my workouts, sharing the links, etc. So doing what you can with where you're at, what products you're using, what nutritionals are working for you. So yeah, those were the main things that I really got, was sort of like validation that I did not meant to be. I didn't even see it, but I wish I did. So yeah, no, that was
I saw I
it.
made that
And
face and I was like, oh my gosh, she's gonna totally misunderstand. I think I'm like,
no,
oh,
no, I wish I did though. So Abby, if we can catch that on the recording,
like,
I would love it. Like sharing seasons of life, girl, you don't even know about seasons of life. I love it. So, but anyway, that's what I got, and I think it kind of blends perfectly with what we were talking about just showing up on your stories and validating all of those things and knowing that that's all part of it. And yeah.
I agree. And I wrote down notes because I liked how she said a lot of the things. The thing that got me was the main part of our job is that we show up for ourselves. And then we think, oh my gosh, if I'm not doing everything perfectly, like Becky said, then I need to take a step back from my business. I need to take a step back because I'm too busy. I need to take a step back because of whatever. But how I took what she said that I thought was really impactful, it's like, even if you take a step back from your business and slow down, like you still need to show up for yourself to like function in life and be the best mom, the best whatever, because it's like essential for our well-being. Like what we do is not something where it's like, yeah, like we actually need it to feel like ourselves. And I thought that was really powerful because I feel like people say they're taking a step back all the time, but like you're still showing up for yourself. So you're still showing up for your business, you're still showing up for yourself. And then we get ourselves so caught up in the fact that we're taking this step back, but really you're still doing a huge part of our business if you're sharing it. And maybe it looks like just sharing a quick selfie or whatever that takes 1 minute, but you're still doing it. And I think we get down on ourselves because we think we're not doing it all. So we have to take a step down because it's not good enough. And that's not how this works at all.
Another thing is that I feel like she talked about like you're gonna go through. Never mind.
Oh, she's upset. We'll let you come back to that thought, but it's like another thing I wrote, it's like, talk about are you good? Okay, good.
Like you're gonna go through different seasons of life, like, you know, new mom, or like you're dating, then you get married, engaged, whatever, have a baby, have 2 babies, go back to work, or starting a new job. And like for me, like I went from like being very, very, very into this business to going back to work and being like, okay, now I have to redirect again and try to like I texted Abby about it. I'm like, I got to figure this out because I was on a roll and now I'm not. And that's okay. And that's the thing about like this partnership, is that we don't have to do this all hours of the day. And like, we have to kind of give ourselves grace, because we can't, like Abby said, be perfect in every season, because you're growing and you're learning. So it's a learning experience. So I know last week I was really good about working on my pump breaks, because I get 15 minutes. I'm 15, 20 minutes, like twice a day. I'm like, all right, there's no reason I can't find things like set timers for 15 minutes. I can get 3 activities done. So I have to like give myself grace, you know, from going through this. And then like, you know, you're going to talk to new people. Like they talk about like your niches, like your niche is going to change too. Your why will change. So like who you're talking to, like Becky said, she and I connect on a different level. And I'm connecting with like, you know, Amy has 2 kids. They're older, but she still is like super duper busy. I'm like, well, your kids are older, like they're self-sufficient. And she'll text me on days and be like, oh my God, this is the day from hell. Like, and I'm like, oh God, like I thought it got better when they got older, because they can like get dressed and feed themselves. No, but it's nice because you can connect with people like in each season of their life. So, you know, I have friends I connected with when they had their first baby. Now they're on their second baby. So it does, I don't know. I do also, like, if you guys didn't listen to that call, it's long, but she is very knowledgeable and on point the entire presentation, or whatever you want to call their calls. But yeah.
But I
Seasons
just
of life
wanted
are
to
great.
oh, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry, I was hot mess today. Gotta love my dog pulling me over in the mud. Like, I was so mad, y'all. But anyway, so yeah, no, like, I loved how in the Slay Squad call, how she was like incorporating it like into your life and not having to set aside time for like specific office hours, like especially if you're working full time. Because for me, it's like my husband's got like different things going on because he's doing training classes for his new job and all kinds of stuff. So he's having to go into work earlier and work a little bit later. So I'm like, okay, like I have a couple weeks for like, as soon as I get home from work, feed the dog, get, book bags unpacked, to get the kids fed. Like, and as soon as I do that, once the kids are sitting down, the dogs settle down a little bit. Okay, I have like an hour and a half to where I can like bang out some work before my husband gets home from work. And I'm like, I know in a couple of weeks, things are going to be shifting again. So there's a lot of, I used to think that when you were in a different season of life, it was like, oh, when like each different child you have a season of life, or like, okay, you switch jobs. Dude, seasons of life can happen like constant. And for me, that's what's nice about it, is because I'm like, dude, I am like, on the call, like I may jump on a few minutes late, but like I'm on call, like, and I'll shut off like my camera or whatever, because like I'm packing lunches, or I'm doing this and doing that. And it's like, you don't have to sit down and just to solely focus on this. As long as you're participating and being a part of it, so you can fill your cup and you can listen, there's a part of people think you can just have to solely focus on one thing. And yeah, it just doesn't happen, especially when you have more than one child and you have a puppy and household and everything else. And I just threw on, I'm not gonna lie to you, I just showered and then turned around and threw on a dirty hoodie because all my other stuff's downstairs and I'm upstairs. And yeah. But yeah, I'm here. Hi. So yeah, but I thought the call was amazing.
No, and that's life, and it's true. And you're really good at sharing true life a lot, because a lot of people are like, oh, it's just easy for them because they show all the good parts of their life. But like, everyone obviously struggles. We're adults. We all know everyone has their own struggles. But I think us sharing, like even having this conversation, and then when you talk about the partnership opportunity and the coaching, like share the fact of how it can be crazy, and you like do it during pumping, do it, sit in the bathroom and do it. You have 10 minutes here, 5 minutes, like explain that to people, because I think a lot of people get scared about the coaching / partner opportunity because they think they need to have all this time to sit down and be like perfectly whatever. And it's like, nope, like maybe you're sitting in the school pickup line, maybe you're, I don't know. There's tons of time in the day, basically, is my point. And make that clear to people. Like, that's how this job works. And that's with the fitness and nutrition we offer and the coaching stuff that they can be a part of. So I think it's kind of cool. I just had this random thought, but like a lot of the women in this business, probably like they're all like in our same, like a lot of us are very similar as coaches. And I can't think of one person that has like a very like normal day. Like everyone's day is insane and they're super successful. So that shows that you're super successful with the craziness. And another thing I wrote down from the call is like, no matter your season of life, in the end, we still have the same bottom line goal. We are trying to make an impact and share our stories with people, change their lives, help others, however you want to say it, while earning an extra income. So yes, we can be going through craziness. We can, whatever, be nervous to share our new seasons, but like, that is our goal and why we keep showing up. So we have to remember to kind of take a step back and say, this could actually help someone. It might not be this me, it might be a new season of me, but it's still going to help someone. And I know I need to share this, versus being like, oh, I'm too embarrassed to share that, or, oh, no one cares. Like, you're going to connect with someone, and people love when you share personal stuff. And that's a huge thing I got from the call. Just keep inspiring people, and you'll eventually find Kahlua. You'll eventually find your people.
I told Jessie, I private messaged her on this. I said her video is like the most entertaining. Like, I am loving life. Do not apologize. I just like want to be there with your family. And between you and Amy, I am having a fantastic night tonight. But yeah, so with what Abby was saying, I can relate to like just sharing the personal. I actually texted Abby when I was having all of my health stuff last week. I posted the stories. My stories usually have like, I can show you today, I would say a maximum of 40 views, if that. And yeah, 32, then they dwindle down to like 22. That's my baseline for my stories. When I was sharing about my health issues that I was having last week, 160 views on my stories with all the comments and all the engagements. People are nosy. And I will say, I believe that most of them were genuine. Like, most of the people that reached out to me were genuine, and they were connections. But yeah, went from my baseline of 20 to 160 views from sharing that. And so that's something huge, and it's vulnerable because like I was only sharing the very like tip of the iceberg, I just don't feel well, like, posts. And now I'm like, maybe I should like get more vulnerable and share like why I don't feel well, which is scary, and we're working on it. But that was eye-opening to me. And the big thing from the call that keeps coming up is about how life-changing it is. And when talking about taking a step back and thinking, life is crazy, is this the time for me, money, whatever the excuses are, the alternative of, but what would that look like if I didn't do this? Like, what would that look like if I stopped? Why? Like, how would that impact my life? And truly, I've never spiraled down that path until hearing it and really taking a step back and personally looking and saying, what would that look like for me? And for me, that would just be silly. I would still be doing the workouts. I'd still be drinking the shakes. I'd still be doing all the things. I just wouldn't have an income opportunity and a discount. Like, that would not make sense for me. And I wouldn't be able to serve others. But yeah, so if people or you get to that point of, I think I should quit or take a step back, really looking at yourself and saying, what would that look like for you? And how would that impact you and the people around you negatively or positively? But yeah, that, and just the big part of, for me, when I go through these phases, I feel like even if I slow down, I went from reaching out to 25 people a day to now I probably talk to 2. And so for me, that feels like a failure, and like I'm taking a step back, whether I like it or not, but I'm not taking a step back. It's just, that's what season I'm in currently for what's going on in my life. And so like validating and shifting that narrative helps not to spiral further in those times, because that's not helpful.
Thank you for sharing that. I think that's a really good perspective. And we are just too hard on ourselves. We think we have to do everything all the time. And even, I don't know, I get it in my head and I'm like, holy crap, how am I ever going to get all this done? and I get anxious and overwhelmed, and then I like do one thing and I feel like I accomplished something in my day, and then I'm like, oh, okay, here I am again. Like, it's normal. So I think we just need to share some of that ugly stuff and let people know that we're human. Does anyone else have any other things that they really liked about the call or heard or wanted to share?
I have something to add. I don't
Yeah.
know if it's necessarily from the call, but just random like blurb here. But so going back to the tracker, Becky, ever since you mentioned about being able to print the PDF version of the tracker and how much more detailed it is, I'm like amazed, because like what I've been doing is like I just keep it in my purse, because really the only time I have time to do anything is either on my lunch break at work or after like for an hour and a half once I get home from work. And that's basically it. So for me, what like I do is like I'll go through and mark things off. And sometimes I just automatically do things just because it's natural now. So I'll go through and check them off. And whatever I don't get done one day, like I'll be like, okay, what is the most important thing that I have to do tomorrow? And I will like put a star like in the corner of the box. And then like the next day when I go to sit down for lunch, what is the first thing I will do? Like I'll do one thing for like 10, 15 minutes and then do the other thing for 10 to 15 minutes. And I'm like, okay, I got the most important priorities taken care of. And then, you know, I can move on with whatever else I need to do, which is super nice. Pardon the dog. Ugh. Let's hope he sleeps tonight. But yeah. Yeah, no, we started giving him melatonin because he has severe separation anxiety. We found it at the vet. So I'm like, great, this is fantastic. I'm like, nope, just put him into my life for a reason. This is what happens when you impulse purchase a puppy. Which I still blame my husband for making me do research. But that's okay. But yeah, so 6-month-old puppy who gets fixed this month. Thank the Lord. But yes, so the tracker is absolutely amazing. And I love the fact that like it's detailed but simple. And I don't feel like I'm super overwhelmed with feeling the need to accomplish every single thing every day. And I'll be like, okay, I didn't get these things done, do these things the next day. And then if I get the majority of everything else done that next day, great. If not, you know, I got the most important things done. But that's where for me, I finally gotten out of like perfectionist mindset, and I would be like super down on myself when I wouldn't do my workout. And I'm not gonna lie, this morning, I had no intention of working out. And then I was like, I'm like, Abby talked the other day about these fibers. So the other day I had one on the end of my workout, and today I did one for arms and one for booty. And I was like, I just did 10 minutes of workout and I still have time to get everything done. And then my morning blew up in smoke, but that is okay. Because that is mom life at its finest. But I was like, I got 10 minutes done, we're kosher. So I'm like, tomorrow I've got to get it done. And I'm just going to be like, oh my gosh. But yeah, so that's just my little blurb there. Tangent, sorry. But yeah, here we go.
No, thanks for sharing that. This tracker is so helpful, and it's there to guide us. It's not there to make us feel like we're failing. So make sure you're looking at it and using it. And if you have big goals in your business and the only ones you're checking off are that you're doing your workout and drinking your shakes, you probably want to reevaluate that. I feel like she said that in a very nice way, but
You said that you shouldn't just be sharing your workout clips. You should be like, because a lot of like my girls will just show their workout clips, and I'm like, well, yeah, you're just showing your workout clips, but you're not like providing any value behind the fact that you're just showing that you're working out, which is great. And that, you know, you're showing us also working out, but we're providing value along with those workout clips. And along with the tracker is, again, not meant to stress you out. The tracker actually helps me stay organized. And because otherwise, if I'm like doing an activity, I'll like, say I have ADHD, I'll be like starting to add people, and then I'll go into inviting. I'm like, I'm not on that activity yet, so I need to follow my tracker and do the times. But like if you're working full time, the tracker is a godsend. I actually have not been utilizing the tracker like I should be, just because I just do it like in our coaching page. I just will click it off when I'm doing it. But you can set yourself timers on there. When the timer's done, you move on to the next activity. And maybe you get one activity done on Monday, but maybe you get 3 done on Tuesday. This is just a good way to keep yourself organized and kind of push you each day to get a little bit more done. Or, start inviting in the beginning of the week, and then you just have follow-ups to do at the end of the week. So, but yeah, she said, don't just post your workout clips because, and I feel like a lot of my girls just do that. And I'm like, show a little bit more value, maybe show like a recipe. Or Becky just sent me like 85 images the other day, and I sent it to my girls, and I was like, these are clutch, and they explain our products, and a place where you can click the link if you want to purchase it. So utilize the things we have, but don't just show that you're working out, because Joe Schmo is also at the gym working out, maybe videotaping himself. So I can see
Let
your daughter
people
in the
know
back.
they can
Amy.
join you.
I don't know why my like iPad does this like zoom in and out thing, but it's so creepy.
I thought
It
you were
drives
doing
me
that.
insane. It's like a scary movie.
I'm doing it, mommy. I'm doing it.
Okay, we're gonna mute this.
I thought she was doing it too. Like, look at my daughter. Oh my gosh. So other than that, I wanted to just share a little piece of the call that I thought I couldn't word it as good as her, and then we can wrap it up and get on with whatever we have to do, like go to bed. All right. So this one I just really liked. So she called them reframes. I don't know if you guys remember this part, but it's like 2 minutes probably. Let's see.
I need to take a step back to deal with this, right? That's very common. You maybe.
Let's see. Can I make it big? Maybe not. Okay. We're going to use our ears mainly. If you can't see it well. I don't know what
Done
it's
it.
doing.
Simple reframe. I am a real human navigating real life things, and I can lean into my habits. I can lean into the resources.
need to
I
back
can
it up
lean
a
into
tiny
this
bit.
community.
So she's basically doing reframes of, I don't think it's going to let me. Can you guys read the screen? Or is it too small? Okay.
I can read it.
Perfect. So basically she's going through these reframes, and when we missed her saying this part, but it's like, as a coach, we say, I don't have it all together. I don't feel positive or inspirational. I'm struggling. I'm going through a trial. I need space. I need to take a step back. Like when you're thinking that about yourself and your business, she's saying, reframe it to this, number 1 and number 2. Let's see. So she's in the middle of this. I don't know why my place.
And I
Here we
can
go.
live on purpose to be a light in the midst of darkness and help others know how they can navigate real life in an empowered way too. All right. I just went through something. went through something with this pregnancy that was really hard. And the first thing was like, I want to shut down. I want to get quiet. I want to slink in. I want to go dark because I don't want to talk about things. I don't have to open up. But I would have been missing out on so much connection, a different way to serve people, a different way to help them see that life will happen, trials will come, hard things come. And this is also what lifts me up. These are the things that I do to take care of myself through the hard. These are the things that help me see things differently. 10 years of mindset work helped serve me in life. And I'm so grateful for that every single day. Okay. Next reframe. I don't have time to work my business because my plate is just so full and other things are more urgent. Very valid. Probably for most of you right now. Okay. I want you to reframe this. I don't need to do everything to keep moving forward on my path. I can do the most essential things no matter what life throws my way, because this is helping me show up better for everything else. My business is what brings us one step closer to making our goals and dreams our reality. So where do I need to put my time and energy today? If y'all got really good at asking yourself that, you would clear out so much of the crap that you're filling your plate up with. You're feeling overwhelmed because you're behind on calls and you're behind on trainings and you're behind on this and you're behind on that. You're not behind. You're just not prioritizing what matters most. So get so clear on what you need to be doing on a daily basis to continue to move forward. And it'll
All right. I know y'all probably listened to it, but I thought that part was really good because we tell ourselves these negative things when really, we can reframe it and make it more of a positive light and remember why we're showing up. So I hope that helped. Are you guys feeling like you want to go share our lives a little bit more and find people that relate to you? Like all the things that just happened on this call are very relatable and we should definitely share about them. All right.
Jesse, I need more dog butts and baby. The world needs more dog butts and babies.
Aw.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Every time on this call, like they act like a fool. Like they were like running circles around me that you couldn't see. I swear.
It's because she's a husky.
Yes, so.
They have personality.
Oh yes. But it's both of them. Like he's like chasing her around and they're just acting up and like causing a ruckus. And it's I swear it's always like getting on this call, they like start something.
You're like, oh, I'm supposed to be quiet right now, Mom. So I'm gonna be that.
Pretty much.
Aw. All right.
You say
Eddie,
hi?
I can hear him grunting.
You say hi? Say hi.
He's so damn cute.
He was cooing a lot.
One last thing. We were supposed to be sharing wins each week, which we haven't been doing. I'm sorry. Oh. Just I feel like these are nice to help each other out, just to encourage. It doesn't have to be Beachbody related. It can just be like, hey, I went back to work and I survived my first week, or my husband's been traveling, I've been a solo parent and I'm surviving, like Abby does all the time. Don't know how you do it, as does Amy. So I think it helps encourage each other just to share something positive about your week you had last week or just so far this week. Does anyone want to go first? Don't all jump at once.
I have been scheduling my reels now that I found that capability. So I have posted a reel at my prime engagement time every night minus yesterday for the entire week. So that is a super win for me that I could schedule them and plan them ahead.
How do you schedule them?
When you go to like create a reel and you're just about to post it, at the bottom, so there's like your caption, there's the tags, there's like share to Facebook, and then there's advanced settings or advanced something. I can send you a screenshot of it. And under that advanced settings, then there's schedule there.
That's awesome.
Just a heads up, iPhone users haven't gotten all of the updates yet because I've been checking my app probably almost daily for that update and updating the Instagram app constantly, and I have not gotten that yet for the advanced settings in Instagram yet. So it may not have been released yet to all iPhone users for us.
Take that, Jesse. Team Android for the win. You always trash my Android. I've been waiting to come at you for this.
How do you tell when your prime engagement is?
So for that, under your like professional dashboard and insights, I click like that graph. And then when you get to that graph, I go to total followers at the bottom. And then if you scroll all the way down, there's this graph, and each day has different times of when your highest count of engagement is. So mine is primarily either 3 p.m. or 6 p.m. depending on the day. And so I've been posting most of my reels at 6 p.m. besides for the weekends, and that was 3 p.m. That was my win, is doing that consistently.
Thank you. That's awesome. My win is I survived a week alone without Connor and being back at work for my first week. I'm about to do my second week this week, so pray for me.
That was a lot of change in that 1 week.
Yes.
Did he have to be gone that week?
I know, I was like, I should have just took another week off, but I was like, but then we're leaving for Mexico, so I didn't want to take another week.
Oh,
We're stronger than we think we are. We just have to have that right mindset. We go into it thinking we're going to fail, we're going to fail. If we don't, then we won't fail.
someone asked me that the other day. They're like, how did you do this by yourself? Because Logan left when Brady was 4 weeks old. And I was like, I don't know. I just had no choice.
Yeah.
I just did it. And then he came back when it was like 3 months later. So it's like, honestly, I don't remember, but here I My win is I don't really know. I feel like I was struggling hard today, but I think my win is I've been really talking to a lot more like moms and making meaningful connections where I get excited to get on and clear my inbox versus like feel like I'm being annoying and weird. Like I actually am having good conversations and that feels good because I talk to a baby all day.
Mine is that I feel like last month was so chaotic for my entire family that I just kind of like had to step back. Like I didn't run a bod group. I just kind of like let things coast for a month. And then this, oh my God, this month, I'm gonna die. I'm literally gonna die. This month, I feel like I've like been a lot more focused on it. And I feel like it's really starting to reflect. Like I feel like things are like kicking up. And like I was actually texting Corrine because one of my girlfriends who I think is actually going to do really well with this. She, I think she's going to sign up to be a preferred customer. And so I was like texting my girlfriend during this, like how to get her signed up for that. And so I just feel like I'm really gonna, I can't, I'm done. Stop.
Holly, I'm gonna call you out. You guys should just be ready to go.
Hey, sorry, I'm trying to get this one to bed. She's giving me a really hard time. What's going on?
Just share a win that you had this week or last week so far.
Well, this week, today, one of my coworkers told me that she wants to sign up. So that'll be like my first actual sign up. She said she's got to save up her tips, but I'm going to try to get her within the next few weeks because I want to get her before the end of this month. All right, please stop. So sorry, guys. So
That's awesome.
She told me that today.
I like the
Please stop, Harper. Yeah, she's out of control tonight.
Jesse, do you have a win?
Sorry, I was like playing something for him on another screen. I would just say a win would be like this weekend, I like my whole body was just like hurting. And instead of like pushing myself to work out, I just like rested and stretched and whatnot. So usually I would just be like, I'll just do a workout anyway, but my body was just totally hurting from going to Top Golf like during the week. Just like my back and like everything was like so sore. So just took the time and stretched instead of pushing myself, which is unusual, especially like with this trip coming up. Like before, I'd be like all gung ho and like doing everything I could, but definitely it was nice. Right? Yeah.
Celia, do you have a win?
I'm coming, sorry.
You're fine.
Kind of, what's the words here? Words are hard. Surviving the first 2 days of the work week this week. Yesterday was the day from anything else. And then I'm planning a dinner for my church next weekend, so I'm semi getting stressed about it. So I'm just trying to get pushed through here and get that off the ground next weekend. We'll see how it goes.
I'm sure it'll go great, but hang in there. Brittany? She might be busy. All right, we'll start sharing these at the beginning next time, because I think it can bring up the mood for the whole call. All right, we are at the top of the hour. Anything else before we jump off? All right, have a good night, guys. It was good talking to you. See you later.
Good night.